There are some things that you as a college student are wasting your money on that is literally killing your financial goals and maybe putting you in even more debt. And if you can cut these things out of your life, then you will be so much more financially free and your future self will thank you. So let's jump right into it. The number one thing that you as a college student should never be wasting your money on is expensive novelty drinks. Now, I don't know what it is about us as college students, but we will find any excuse to go outside and purchase overpriced drinks like boba and lattes. Now, buying these drinks once in a while is totally okay, but if not consumed in moderation, the cost can quickly add up and become devastating. Assuming that you buy 2 drinks a week, an ideal price of $6 a drink, you would easily spend over $600 every single year on novelty drinks alone. But if you really do like these drinks and you feel like you get a lot of value from them, there are some cheaper alternatives available for you. If you happen to live near a Trader Joe's, they have these excellent instant boba kits that cost $5 each, with 4 packets inside of them, meaning that you essentially get 4 boba drinks for the price of 1. And if you're on the coffee side, then investing in a high quality coffee or coffee pod machine can be a great way to save money in the long run. And you won't even have to leave your home to get yourself a delicious drink. Now, the number 2 thing that college students should never waste money on is student dining plans. Now, I know that many colleges require students to purchase some kind of meal plan if you're living in a dorm, but if you're able to avoid the purchase or get yourself a cheaper plan, I would highly recommend that you do so. Dining plans can easily cost over $1,000 every single quarter. And to be honest, many of these dining meal options aren't even all that healthy. And to make matters worse, many colleges actually prevent you from transferring over your dining dollars from one year to the next, meaning that if you don't spend all of your dining dollars in this year, then you are literally throwing money down the drain. If you can, learning to cook and meal prep can be way cheaper, way healthier, and is a really great way to impress your friends. I've personally been using these 2 books right here to help me learn how to cook and meal prep. The recipes that they have are super quick, easy, and cheap to make, so I would highly recommend that you check these books out, link in the description below. The number 3 thing that college students should never be wasting their money on is cars and parking passes. Now, especially if you live near or on campus, getting a car is definitely a purchase that you should not be making. Having a car can set you back nearly $9,000 a year when taking into account gas and insurance fees. Additionally, if you're parking on campus, then getting a parking pass can easily set you back hundreds of dollars every single quarter. So instead of paying for these fees, getting yourself a public transit pass can be way cheaper since you won't have to be paying for things like gas and parking. And be sure to check out your school's commuting center, as they may provide some kind of discount to students for public transit passes. Biking to school can also be another great way to save on gas and parking. But if you absolutely have to drive to school, I would recommend only using your car to get to and from school and getting a part-time job that's near or on your campus so that you can make money without having to make an extra trip. Also, if you're going to be on campus part-time, then I would highly recommend you look into some kind of part-time parking pass at your school, as this will save you way more money in the long run if you're not going to be on campus all of the time. The number 4 thing that you as a college student should never be wasting your money on is overpriced textbooks. Now, unfortunately, this is not always an option if your class forces you to get one of those absolutely stupid online textbook access codes. But if you are in a situation when you only need a physical textbook, there are a lot of ways that you can get that at a much lower price. Oftentimes, if you check out your school's library, they may have extra copies of that textbook that you can check out for the quarter, so you don't even need to buy that textbook in the first place. You can also check out local bookstores in your area, which will usually have some kind of section dedicated for student textbooks that you can get at a discounted price. Alternatively, you can also look for cheaper and used textbooks on sites like eBay and Craigslist. Now, the 5th thing that college students should never be wasting their money on is excessive clothing. Now, I know that it may be tempting to try and grab that jacket or hoodie that you see in the windowsill, but unless you're going to be wearing that piece of clothing very, very frequently, it's probably best to hold off on that purchase. With the excessive cost of designer clothing, it is very, very easy to spend over $1,000 on clothing each year that you're only going to end up wearing a couple of times. If you are going to go out and buy some type of clothing, it's a much better idea to invest in clothing that you will wear very often thin and is also made of high quality material, so it won't wear out very quickly. I would recommend thrifting at stores like Goodwill or checking out stores like Nordstrom Rack that have designer clothing for cheaper. Not only can you find really high quality items this way, but you will also be spending a fraction of the price on really good looking clothing. Now, these were 5 of the things that you as a college student should never be wasting your money on. And if you can implement these tips now, you will see that your savings will absolutely skyrocket and you will be making better financial habits in the process. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you took the time to subscribe. And let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see more videos about how to save more money in college. But that's it for now, and I will see you in the next one.